Yeah, part two. I wasn't playing along with it today. Wasn't taking state aggravation. So I just checked what the end of the video was. Because I knew it cut off abruptly. Yeah, I wasn't playing along with it. When I was queuing to go in a shop, we're being made to queue and face a CCTV camera 2 meters apart for obvious reasons. It's mapping our facial features. So instead of queuing the way I'm supposed to be facing, because I'm disabled, I'm leaning against the wall, not playing ball, not looking at the cameras. And the police car drives past. That was the first time. I thought, right, it's going to be one of them days, is it? So, now we're doing recording time. 11 minutes left, right, cool. That was the first one. So I thought, right, fuck this, I'm not going any more shopping. Let's go and get the council sorted out. So I went down to the council. Yeah, saw the policeman loitering at the end of the road near the shop where I was at, and they sauntered off down that way. Bearing in mind, everything that I say in my house is being overheard because it's silent next door. So if I say to my mother on the phone, let's say I've got to go to the council and put some forms in, my movements are being reported ahead of me making them. So they could be there waiting. Because that's what happens in a setup, see? So anyway, because they got caught out, they sort of turned around and started sauntering off up the road. Well, we know where he's going. Let's go and wait up there out of sight. So they get spotted. Instinct tells me I'm being watched. I turn round, I spot them out the corner of my eye. Make a beeline straight for them. Ignoring the idiots that are running around asking for a quid. You know, the beggars. So, yeah. Sat down, had a cigarette. They sort of walked off back towards the council offices where I just come from and spat on the floor. You know, fucking cunts. Make me come all the way down the city, put myself at risk. Yeah? If your coronavirus is real. Make me come into your dirty city to play your dirty little games, and then you shut. Yeah, dirty bastards, spat on the floor. Yeah, well, no offence there. It's clearing my throat, constable. Goes back to the bus stop. Right, after having my cigarette behind these policemen that walked off. Get on the bus. Buzzed by a police car heading towards my village. I said, this is going to be fun. Out loud. Being videoed on the bus. So we got to the village. And the police car's sitting there waiting. I said, well, that was predictable, wasn't it, to the bus driver? I said, shall we wave at them? So I've leant over near the bus driver's steering wheel and started waving at them. Right, being no threat to the bus driver at all. Bus driver knew that I was waving at the police car, not being a threat to him, so he just let it go. Got off my bus, and rather than start walking home, I sat down on the path and stared at the police car while rolling another cigarette. He sat there for a minute and drove off. I thought, well, you've only just got here, mate. What are you driving off for? You know I'm here. You know you got your informers reporting my movements. So I suppose your job's done now. You can say he's back at his location and wait for them to ring up. Yeah, he's just left. gone out for the second time today, but I didn't. I decided to work on the council on the phone. Got that sorted out anyway. No council tax to pay till June now, so that's took a little bit of pressure off. But still, we've got this little problem. So, all to protect a queen that isn't a ruler. Bearing in mind, SLI triggers, SLI triggers. That's where I caught up with it a minute ago. Now we've got this. Because I just had a lovely conversation with a narcissistic family member who decided to trigger me further after saying, look, this Investigatory Powers Act, where the state tries to section, imprison, and then if the person's still deemed a threat to UK PLC financially, they've given themselves the power to kill that person. So their sectioning attempt failed. Their imprisonment attempt, what they're trying at the moment, will go one way or the other. And if that fails, then what's next? Now, going by what I'm showing you, do I look like I'm fucking about now? I'm showing the same thing over and over again. Telling people publicly what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. They'd love me to use violence to protect my life, but because I'm not, now they're getting worried. Can you see why now? And they can't control this flow of data either, because it's not coming from the UK. It's coming from Russia. But the Americans are seeing it. So are Australians, so are people in multiple locations all around the world. So they can't keep it quiet. What happens if somebody proves that they can do something that the state can't? And we're talking about energy levels, what can't be matched. You add up all the energy on the surface of this country and in its arsenal, and it doesn't compare to what's just under the surface naturally. A slider can tap into that. I've already proved that in the last 2 years doing scientific tests online. So I don't really care anymore. I'm past caring because I know what state my life's in. I know the threat I'm under. '23rd. And it's the 23rd. Right, so let's just I've got to be quick now. Nine and a half minutes. Right, 23rd. Shut up, Roxy. 23rd of the 4th, 5:30 in the morning. So let's just go back and check this now, because it's all energy under the surface and it's registering. Right, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5:30. That's where it began. 8's 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5:30 is where all this begun. So, Southern North Sea. "65 kilometres north-northeast of Lowestoft in East Anglia." I will actually look up the location, get an actual measurement from my house, my actual location, and see whether it is within range. But I did say to someone just now on the phone that if a 3 or 4 hits this country while I'm underneath the country vibrating the foundations, this country has a serious problem. Now it's just been proved. Here's your earthquake. I purposely avoided being in the earthquake chat group this week while I've been doing this. Now I'm putting proof of it online. Shake them foundations. I'm quite happy sitting in the ruins. A queen's no queen without a kingdom to rule over, is it? Try and kill me. Just fucking try. You're in for a fucking big shock, Elizabeth. You and your ministers. Remove the threat to my grandson. Remove the threat to me. Or I won't stop until we've got a half-mast.